hoping my Wi-Fi works the whole time today because I was having some minor issues with it last time, but I'll
Oh
give it a couple
no.
seconds to figure itself out. I did reset the Wi-Fi before this, so hopefully it is good this time around. But
All right.
hello everybody. Welcome to some reading sprints, specifically Stage and Dyer here for the Mending Hearts Book Club, but you don't have to be. You can read whatever your heart desires. We're just excited to be able to spend a couple hours on live sprints together and getting some reading done and being productive and just having a good time, hopefully. Stasia, have you started the book club books yet?
Hardly.
Hardly.
I'm on. Well, I just finished part 1, so I'm only on page 35 of the first book.
Nice.
We're trying our best.
You still got 10 days. It's fine.
I think it's a fast read. I was just very distracted by other reads.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to get to at least 50% of this one today. Or I guess finish like part 2, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It was pretty quick. I had the audiobook for the first one, but I don't for the second book, so I'll probably read this one a little bit slower. But thankfully, I have already finished the first book, so I'm not like feeling stressed out or anything, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my goal. I also need to finish my current read first, though. I have like 40 pages left.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that before I jump into the Rebel King. But yeah, that's the plan for today. I think we'll probably go live, or like we'll do sprints for like 2.5 to 3 hours. If that works with you, I've got school stuff I have to do afterward, unfortunately. So going to be
Works for
working on that.
me. I mean, I'm
But
still not unpacked from yesterday, so that's fine. I
I
have
think that's
stuff to
okay.
do.
It takes me like 2 weeks to unpack from a trip, so
I'm just hoping to throw everything in the washer and forget about it.
yeah. Yep. I get it. Let me share that we're live really fast.
Okay.
Just some of the Discord servers, but we'll go ahead. I have dice already pulled up so we can do dice sprints today. Just because that's how I vibe nowadays. I love dice sprints, so yeah.
All right.
We'll go ahead and roll, I guess, for our first sprint right now. While people kind of hop in and get ready for sprints. But go ahead and share my screen and we can roll and see what we get. I got some really good sprint lengths last time I was live last week, so fingers crossed. Okay, well,
All right.
it's better than 20 minutes, I guess.
I guess
So,
I'll live with a 30.
not the end of the world.
Not
But we'll go
bad
ahead
at
and
all.
start our first set in a few minutes. I'll be curious to see how you feel about the Kingmaker because I don't remember what like the tropes were that we named for it, but I don't remember any of like the tropes that we named like being in this book except for the billionaire
Oh,
element. I don't remember what the other tropes were, but this was not what I was expecting, but like in a good way. So I'll be curious to see how
okay.
you feel because like it very much ends on a cliffhanger, but not a cliffhanger that I would have ever seen coming in a romance. So I don't know. We'll
Okay.
see. It was
I
really
think
good
one
though.
of the biggest tropes we mentioned was mafia, which I already don't get from this.
No, I don't think it's mafia unless there's more mafia in the second book, but it's not really mafia in.
Yeah, I think that's what I've said. Like mafia rivaling families was like the big thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm only 35 pages in, so I don't know what to expect. But even based on like the prologue, I was like, oh, this is not what I thought it was.
No.
So
It's good though. It's really good. I gave the first book 4 stars, but
okay,
I'll be curious to see what book 2 brings about because I have no idea what to expect. So
interesting.
I don't know, but we'll go and start our first sprint, I guess, right now while it's still like on a happy number with the 35.
Okay.
But our first sprint we rolled for 30 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and we'll come back at 5 past with our first little break. But have fun reading, y'all. I'm going to turn on to lo-fi and get the screen pulled up for the timer, and we will see you all in 30 minutes. first sprint. Let us know how you did or what you were doing. I finished my current read, which was Boy Parts, so now I'm going to be able to jump into the book club book, which is good.
Nice. I got to page 57.
Nice.
So we're making progress. It's all right. They just met again after
Yeah.
like the 4 years, so.
Yeah, the book has a really long, like a really jumpy timeline
Oh gosh.
at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
But like between the beginning and the end of the story, I think like 14 years passed, which is pretty crazy to me. It
Oh.
works, but I don't read romances that do that very often, unless they're like second chance. But I don't really feel like that this book classifies as a second chance romance. So
I don't know that it does.
yeah.
I wouldn't say it is unless something else happens. I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to spoil it. I guess it is kind of like it becomes that, but like I think part 2 is like 4 years after part 1, and then part 3 is like 10 years after part 2.
Oh, so there
it's
is
like a
another
little bit
jump.
of a bigger jump, yeah, than
Okay.
I feel like other second chance romances, but I don't know if you can call it second chance. I'll let you just determine that, but
Oh yeah, it is 10 years.
yeah.
Interesting.
So there's a pretty big gap.
Yeah, I guess we'll see then. I guess we will see. Because
Yeah.
my hope is to at least finish part 2 today. If not more.
Yeah. Hello, Sabrina. I'm diamond painting right now, but I plan on starting the Heart Song Duet by Jennifer Hartman today. I hope you love it. I have that one on my shelf, but haven't read it yet, but she makes me cry, so I hope you love them. Joining in with my main risk on page 67 out of 283. Hello, Aylin. Got to 87. Just having dinner. I'll be back. Enjoy your food. Hello, Glenda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just hanging out. Low-key sprints. Yeah, I'm excited to start this book, though, because I've been thinking about it since I finished The Kingmaker, but I didn't want to start this one before our live sprints for the book club, so I took a break between finishing, because I finished this one like a week and a half ago now. Wow. But I wanted to read the book club books for these sprints today.
Yeah.
So I took a little pause between book 1 and book 2, but we'll see. I'm kind of scared, but in a good way.
Oh no, they're like the same length though, so.
Yeah, this one is 331 pages.
Yeah, this one's 34. 334. I don't know. Hopefully I can finish it in time. I tried to read it on the plane, but I'm annotating, so I'm like,
yeah,
it's just too much stuff everywhere. Yeah. So I ended up just reading my Kindle on the plane.
Are you annotating, or just tabbing it? Like, are you writing in it
I'm
too?
annotating.
Okay. Very nice. I can't relate. I haven't done that with a book club, with a book club book in a long time. I just have been tabbing them because I feel like if I underline, it takes so much longer to read.
Oh, it definitely does.
It's like I hesitate to do it if I don't know that I'm gonna love the book. So I actually annotated, I guess, in the end, Beautiful Ugly, but I just tabbed all the quotes, and then afterward I went back and I marked them up and
okay,
did little things in the book. But I'm not gonna do that with all the books that I read. So
yeah, I don't annotate much, but I do it for the book club books that I read. Hopefully, it's all of them this year.
Yeah, that is my goal too. So fingers crossed.
If I don't read it all this year, I'm gonna resign from the book club.
I get it. If I can just make it through the first 5 months of the year, I should be good to go. Good. But we'll see. That's the goal.
We'll see.
All right, I'm rolling again because that's ridiculous.
That didn't count. Oh my gosh.
All right. 35 minutes. That's fine.
We'll take it.
We'll start our next sprint in 4 minutes.
Right.
Get that changed. Okay. But yeah, that's my goal. If I can just make it through May, then I should be able to keep up with all the book club stuff. And as long as I don't go into a slump this year, because that was bad.
My stuff was bad last year. But I think
Yeah.
it's because I started work. So now that now I don't know, because if I start job hunting again, then I don't know if it's gonna be
Yeah.
a mess again.
But at least at this point, like, you're already acclimated to working full time.
Yeah.
And if it's like a similar schedule, then hopefully it'll be easier to not get slumpy. But I don't
So
know. It's just, yeah, it happens. And especially, I don't know, childcare is hard. So I get it.
I honestly think I'm gonna struggle with March's book
Yeah,
because it's very big.
it is. It is very big. But I think,
Like, I'm not worried about February. I feel like I can fly through that one.
yeah,
I'm a bit worried about March.
I think it'll be good. Just from having read her before, and
Okay.
Sabrina can probably attest to this as well. Like, her books are very bingeable,
Okay.
and I think they're so like emotionally gripping that it's easy to get through them, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. I think quarter 2, I think we have decent length books.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I am most nervous for March right now because I don't know. I'm trying to be out of my current job by March.
Yeah.
So
I think if you just start it like
on the 1st and
on
be
the
able to finish
1st,
it by the
and
31st.
even if you like split it up into like read 30 pages a day, like hopefully that makes it more manageable.
I
So I feel
might
like for
have
bigger
to.
books, that's good for me.
Yeah.
Because that's how I finished my fantasy book for January. Was I just like made the
Did you
little
finish it?
tabs. I finished it yesterday. Yep.
Yay.
So, but I just like made tabs for it, and was like, okay, I need to read like 40 pages a day, and I can finish it in 14 days. So
Yeah.
I feel like it
I mean,
makes it.
daylight savings is also what, mid-March, which
Is
means I'll
it?
have more sunlight after.
That's crazy. I feel like the
Oh,
clock just changed.
I'm happy for it. I need my
Oh, me
son
too.
after work. Jeez. I get home and I'm like, well, now I don't want to read because I feel like I
Yeah.
should be sleeping, even though it's only
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Yeah. No, that's exactly how it is here. The sun goes down at 4:30 and stays dark for over 12 hours. So,
Which is insane. I hate it.
yeah.
I don't know.
But
Maybe I
okay,
can
well
do
that's
it.
good to know then. I do
Yeah,
like it when the sun's out a little bit longer.
we'll see how it goes.
But I feel like Central Time is such a tricky time zone because like even in Eastern Time, even with like gaining an hour and like the sun going down earlier, I mean it still doesn't go down to like 5:30 where my parents are. Like the sun doesn't start setting until then. So when we went home, like for Christmas or whatever, the sun was out for longer. And it
Yeah.
was like, this is awesome. At least it felt that way. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that's how it felt. But all right, y'all. It's time for our next sprint of 35 minutes, and we will hop back in here after it's over. That was the end of another sprint. Let us know how you did. I got to page 34 of The Rebel King and wrote a quick review for a book that I needed to do.
Nice. I'm on page 89.
Nice.
I also should write a review that I finished yesterday, but problem for later.
I'm trying to keep up with like a little book journal this year where I like keep track of like all my reads and write down my TBR and like quick wrap ups for everything. That way when I make my wrap up videos, I can just go through everything really fast and not ramble for 10 minutes about each book. Um, but I'm also trying to like use that to kind of write short reviews on like Goodreads and Storygraph too. So right now I'm keeping up with it for the most part. So we'll see how long that lasts. But new year, new me. So
Yeah, now I'm
that's
kind
the
of
goal.
behind on my reviews, but it's fine because I was gone for 4 days.
Yeah.
And like leading up to leaving, I was like, I can't. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
But I also have a lot of platforms that I do reviews on. So
Yeah.
it's fine. I'll catch up on it maybe later today.
I think I've kind of stepped back from Instagram. I think I'm just going to focus more on like YouTube and maybe TikTok now. I don't know. But
I don't even have TikTok and I can't get it. So
yeah, I'm trying not to like be on it too much, but just as a way to like keep posting all my stuff on different platforms, you
uh-huh.
know. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to be organizing my shelves and probably listening to Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams. I hope you love it. My roommate got me the cheat sheet by Sarah Adams for my birthday, so I need
I
to read
have
it
that one.
still, but I've heard really good things about the author. And I think she's local to Nashville,
Is
or
she?
like somewhere in the general Middle Tennessee area because she's always around doing like book signings here. So, fun fact.
Nice.
Hello, Christina.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Welcome, Jess. I'm going to be playing Dreamlight Valley for a bit to start. So fun. Back after dinner up to 104. All I did was my hair. That's okay.
More than I did. My hair is still a mess, so
I got mine done on Saturday, so like it's still kind of straight from that and like kind of clean. So we're gonna see how long I can make it last before I wash it. Also buying a My Life journal, so really ain't it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Ain't for me. Love the cheat sheet. I'm excited to read it. Everybody loves Sarah Adams, so should be fun.
I
But
have the cheat sheet and I haven't read it yet, but I recommended it to my mom because she's not a spicy girl, whatever.
yeah,
And I heard that it's closed door, and she said she really liked it. So
is it young adult or is it adult or like new adult? Do we
I think
know?
it's new adult. I think they're in college.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. But my mom really enjoyed it. It was the one of like 3 books she read last year. So
Yeah. Well, good for her. I need to
yeah,
read. I mean, I really
it's really short
enjoyed.
too.
Yeah, I know. That's not a very big book. I did
Very
enjoy
small.
enough. I enjoyed it enough. Just Don't Fall that we read last year for the book club. I definitely want to read more. It's not like I specifically like read romance like for those, but I do love a good like closed door also. So like mixing it up a little bit I think is
Yeah,
fun.
I don't mind a closed door romance. I think it just depends how it's done because if you're doing a romance, I feel like that's just something that happens.
Yeah.
So if it's something that's ignored, then I'm like, well, that's weird. But if
Yeah.
there's still like the tension there, I feel like it could be fine.
Yeah. I mean that's how Shipped by Angie Hockman was.
I didn't even care for that
Did you
book.
ever read that
I
one?
have I did read it. I think
Um
I didn't love it, but I think it was more of a plot thing than like a
okay.
spice thing.
Cuz I cried during that book, but it's also like the tension is there without the like actual scenes and I
Yes,
thought it was great, but
right.
I read that book like 4 years ago now at this point, so I don't
Oh,
know
it's
if
adult. I'm a liar. My fault.
it is at all. It is closed over the tension, so good that I didn't even care. Yeah, as long
Okay.
as like you can feel the chemistry, like on all the other levels. Like I don't
Yeah.
care about like
What they're doing.
those. Yeah. I do like I love romance because I love watching people fall in love, and I love watching the chemistry that comes alongside that and being able to feel it.
Yeah.
And I've read some romances, or like one or two this year, where like I didn't feel that at all. So like it didn't matter like what the plot was, or like plot versus like open door scenes. It was just like I didn't feel the chemistry at all, so I didn't
Yeah.
care about the book or about the couple.
Yeah.
It's hard. I was semi put off by the cheat sheet because it was closed door, but also people say it's really good, so I might give it a go anyway. Her newer one has open door scenes apparently. Interesting. I did not know that.
Yes. I
I'm
do.
reading middle.
I don't know what it's called, but I remember seeing like a big fuss about it, about Sarah Adams because I guess she was like known for Closed Door,
Mm-hmm.
and then one of her, if not her newest book, is Open.
Gotcha.
So people were like, "Why would you do that?" sort of thing,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Well, I can do whatever I want." So
I mean, that's not wrong. So
it's not.
I'm reading a middle grade fantasy called Speculation. I'm on chapter 16. I checked it out from the library. That's awesome. Love
Nice.
that for you. I love a good middle grade fantasy. I love middle grade in general, but I love a good middle grade fantasy
I
book
don't.
too. Middle grade's fun. It's very like, I don't know.
I
Just
feel
kind of
like
a good
middle
like,
grade is very whimsical.
yeah.
Just like fun to read.
Yeah, good little like break in between either like really chunky books or like heavier books.
Yeah.
I enjoy them. But okay, let me go ahead and roll for our next sprint so we can start on the hour. I'm kind of thinking two more.
Okay.
Um, and depending on how long this one is, we'll probably close on like a 30 or 35-minute sprint. But I don't have super high hopes for this because, okay,
Nice.
because the dice are not loving us today, but that's okay. 35 minutes is fine. Yeah. Sarah Adams also puts warnings at the beginning of her book saying what chapters have those scenes so people can skip them. Well, that's nice.
Oh,
I think
okay.
more people should do that.
Yeah.
The young adult or middle grades are good palate cleansers, I think. Yeah.
I need to see if I still like young adult because I have like an entire portion of my shelf that's young adult and I've not touched it in years. Not
Yeah.
years, maybe not last year, but I haven't touched it in a while. So I feel like I need to see if I still like them or if I should just like unhaul it.
Not. I don't have a ton of young adult books, but one of my favorite books from 2024 was a young adult book. So it's like, it's hard to, for me, it's hard to find one that like I fall all the way in love with. But You've Reached Sam.
Yes.
The author published a new book last year that I got, like for my
Yes.
birthday book haul. So I want to read that one, and I have high hopes for it too, because that's young adult. But I feel like
Yes.
it's probably gonna make me sob, and I'll give it 5 stars. So
Let me know because I really like You've Reached Sam. And then I
yeah,
did see you pick that one up. So I was like, oh,
yeah.
maybe I need to pick it up. But I've only read 3 of my books this year. So not looking like I'll get a new book anytime soon.
I was able to purchase my first one like last weekend. But after like this month, my reading is gonna slow down a lot just with school stuff. But let's see in my list. Where is it at? Like it's been kind of fun to like keep track of like I've read 6 books, so I purchased the 7th book, and then like I've read 3 more already in like my next section. So
Okay, I
I'm not
feel
gonna.
like you'll probably get one, maybe like one a month at least.
Yeah,
I think the way my goal has planned out, I probably won't hit it for like every other month, I would think. Yeah, I am. I am. And it's torturous because I chose the number 10 for some reason. So I can't buy a book until I read 10 books that I own.
but you also get a lot of books from publishers, so it's like you're still bringing in
I
books
still
every
get,
month.
well, yeah, because last year I bought under, I would say, okay, well, I kind of went crazy at the end of the year, but I would say like definitely less than 50 books, but I would say around like maybe 30 books I
Mm-hmm.
actually bought, but I accumulated over 200. So
You
I'm
got
like,
200 books just last year from
Yeah, hold on.
publishers.
I can tell you like the actual
That's
number. Let me pull up my
crazy.
sheet really quick.
We're gonna start our
Hold
next sprint in just a minute, y'all, but I want to hear this number.
on.
That's why I know you get books all the time from
No,
publishers.
yeah, hold on. Let me tell you the exact
200? That's
number
crazy.
that I accumulated last year, which is it is an insane number. All right, let's see. So last year I bought less than 50 and I accumulated 178.
That's wild. That's awesome. Good for you,
Yeah, I
honestly.
definitely get a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Couldn't be
So
me. Maybe someday though. Maybe if I go viral somehow, then
but I'm not.
I
So
don't. I mean, you got accepted into good programs
I did. But I think I've also been on Bookstagram for like 7 years
a
now.
long time. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that like helps. Like I think my Bookstagram like anniversary just passed and I think it was like 7 years.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So,
Can't relate,
yeah.
but maybe someday. All right, we had to start our next sprint now,
All right.
but we will see y'all back here in 35 minutes. is the end of another sprint. Let us know how you did. I wrote another review there at the end and got to page 66.
Nice. I'm underlining something really quick. But I am on page 115.
Nice.
I feel like it is a pretty quick read.
Yeah. I mean, I've read 66 pages in an hour, a little bit
Yeah, I
less than
started at
that.
what,
So,
30 some odd? 30 something. So,
yeah, I feel like the more you get into it, too, the faster it gets. Because I'm definitely reading the second book faster than I read the first one.
yeah, because you're like already familiar with
Yeah.
them. But, oh gosh, I just hit myself in the face. But we're getting there slowly. I don't even know where would I be at 50%? Because I could probably get there in the next sprint.
Like
Yeah, maybe not.
160 ish,
Yeah,
70 ish.
that would require for me to read like 50 pages next sprint.
I think we'll probably end on a 30-minute also, just to kind of cool down
Yeah.
before we head out. But hello.
Hi.
Hello, welcome to some sprints. First time here, not reading today. Hope you all are doing well. Same to you, and thanks for being here. Hello, Helen. Up to 132 out of 283. You're almost halfway there now. That's awesome.
Ellie is like zooming through the books this month.
I know. I love to see
I don't
it.
know what she's at reading wise, but I'm like, geez.
I was trying to like get ahead this month before like February, March, and April hit, but we'll see how long the staying ahead lasts. But
How many books are you at?
I've read like 8, 9.
Okay, that's good.
I think I've read 9 so far this year.
That's not bad.
The snow day helped, like the snow weekend last weekend, because I read like 4 books last weekend. So I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books.
There you go. Look at that. If you were me, I would have already bought a book.
Audio are definitely my friend this month. Me too.
That's fair.
I mean, I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my books, half of them on audio, so it's just nice to be able to multitask, you know?
It is. Yeah, but I feel like all the books on my TBR this month are not available on audio.
Yeah, that's because you're a little romance girly, an indie romance girly.
I know.
That's awesome, Ellie. Book 15.
Jeez, this is book 5. I
That's
just finished
great.
book 4 yesterday.
You've also been traveling more.
I have.
They've had-
There's this girl on the plane next to me yesterday, and she had a Kindle, but I'm shy, so I didn't talk to her a lot. But I did encourage her to get like a clicker
Mhm.
because I had like mine set up. But I really wanted to know what she was reading. Actually, I know what she was reading because I'm nosy. Pretty sure she was reading an ACOTAR book
Okay.
at like the first half of the plane, and then she was over that. And then I don't know what book she picked up, but it was a Lana Ferguson book. I think probably The Nanny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was just like side-eyeing it, but I don't talk.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like people like in the airport like reading books or like on vacation. I'll like look and see what the cover
I know,
of the
like,
book is, but I
what you
won't.
reading over there?
Well, the one time I tried, it was like family vacation a couple years ago, and like somebody was reading Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, and I was like,
Okay.
that's a dark book, but it's really good. And she just kind of like looked at me, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, see, you never know. I feel like if I did talk to this girl, though, she would have talked back to me. But I didn't want to do it.
What were you reading on the plane?
I was reading my Kindle. I was reading Accidentally Amy,
Oh, okay.
which I finished.
Nice.
So we
I
talked
just
a little bit like when we landed because I was telling her that I finished my book and she was like, so she must be a reader because she's like, oh, so now you have that like empty feeling where you don't know what to read next. I said, absolutely. How do you know
yeah,
that?
that's funny. I pulled out my clicker for the first time in a long time. It's been so cozy to just like sit underneath of all my blankets and just like click the button.
Yes, it's sort of, especially if it's a book that I know I'm not going to annotate a lot or like want
Yeah.
to highlight. So I feel like I should probably download more like thrillers onto my Kindle
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really highlight much thriller. But yeah, so I finished that on the plane and we talked a little bit. I don't know
Nice.
if
Good
she
for
lives
you.
there, but maybe I'll run into her one day. Imagine? That would be
That's
weird.
awesome.
I don't think
Good for
I would
you.
remember her though, if I'm being honest.
That's hilarious. Well, good for you. It's like I want to talk to people about books like in real life, but I'm
Hard.
too scared. I did see a bookstagrammer in one of like the local bookstores, like I guess last summer or something, and I got a picture with her. Um, some pretty popular bookstagrammer, but so that was cool.
Okay. See, that's
But
good that you got a picture because I wouldn't have even asked for a picture. I would just
I think
tell
she
my
asked for
husband,
the
I'd be like,
picture.
hey, I follow that girl.
Yeah. No, she's the one who asked for it just because she like does that when she like happens to run into other people
Okay,
um,
that's nice.
in the book community. But otherwise, I'm just like I don't like to make eye contact with people, so I just don't talk to them. Like I
Yeah.
mean, there are famous people all the time where I live, like just out and about, and I've had people like who have like run into country music stars or like athletes, and I've never seen any of those people because I don't like to look up and look around me, which is
I
bad.
think, yeah, I'm not an approach. Like, I don't approach people. Babe, the camera's blurry. Oh, just kidding. Oh, it's
It'll
blurry.
focus in a second. It did that a little bit ago too.
How rude. But yeah, I don't know. I don't approach people, but I also feel like I'm the type of person who actually won't know people in public. Like, I
Yeah.
could follow you for years and I probably won't even know you if I see you in public. It's very bad.
That's
Oh.
funny. I really want the clicker, but I don't have an actual Kindle. I use the app on my Kindle Mini, and I don't know if it'll fit. I,
Depending on your settings, I definitely think it can fit. My clicker, I don't
it
even
probably
have my
depends on how
clicker all the
wide
way.
this is. Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
depends on how wide this part is, like the part that
Yeah, like how
clips
thick
on. I
the
don't use a
device
Kindle
is.
either. I use a books, but it's like the same skinniness as Kindles, I guess. Like it works, but I have an iPad Mini. Let me go test it out right now. One
Yeah, I
second.
think it just depends how your margins are. Like if your margin is big enough, because I've actually used my clicker on my ouch. I've actually used my clicker on my phone. So it definitely works.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It would just depend on like your thickness of your margins to be able to see
Yeah. Yeah, it
where
would
you're.
definitely work.
Yeah, because I had to change the settings on my Kindle to make my margins like thicker or like yeah, thicker so my text is more in the middle so that I could use my clicker. So, I definitely think you should get one.
Yeah, I think it would work, Ellie. You just have to make sure that like the part that clips on is thick enough to go around because like the iPads have gotten thicker over the years, like with the
Ah,
square look like the iPhones are now. So,
yeah.
but I
But I
mean,
mean, I guess if it fits on my phone, I don't think an iPad would be thicker than my phone.
yeah, it fit on my iPad, so I would think it would be fine. But
Definitely worth a try, I think.
Fed, the younger one, got till he started, made the bed, and got back into my reread of Iron Flame, hoping to finish today, so I'm ready for tomorrow. I forgot that that is tomorrow. I haven't even read Iron Flame yet because I was like, I'm gonna be angry for the next 365 days waiting for this next book. But now I'm like, I don't know if I want to read the new book because what if I'm upset for the next year after that waiting for the fourth book?
I don't even think
So
she's writing the fourth book yet.
that's tough because I think there was like a 6 month window between the first and second book, and then like a year long one between book 2 and 3.
Yeah, because I think she said she got burnt out, like writing those two books
Yeah.
back to
Oh,
back.
I
So
believe that.
I don't know that she started book four.
That's okay. Well, didn't
Um,
she like also have to move because she didn't feel safe in her house because like people were finding out where she lived or
oh
something?
my gosh,
I feel
I
like I
didn't.
saw that. I could be totally making that up, but I feel like I've seen that around.
Oh my gosh, that's intense. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know about all
crazy.
that.
We'll start our last sprint in 4 minutes, y'all. Just a heads up. But yeah, that's what I heard. But I could be so wrong about that. I don't keep up with all the author news,
Me
so
neither. I'm waiting. So I did all of the books on audio. So I'm waiting to see, like, I've been checking every day my Libby to see if I can already get in line for Onyx Storm.
Yeah,
So far, no luck. So it's pretty
hasn't popped
weird.
up yet.
Which I don't know why it hasn't popped up yet.
Yeah, because they've probably pre-ordered like 400 copies of it.
You would think. I mean, only one of my libraries have it, but that's one of my libraries that I don't have a card yet anymore for. Like, I would need to go renew it. But
Yeah.
like everything else has no copies yet.
That's
And I'm
weird.
like, how is that possible? So
Yeah, I don't know. I bought the audiobook for the first book on
okay.
Audible. And I could get it for the second book too. I have like 3 copies of both books, but I still haven't even read the second one.
I don't own any copies.
But let's just appreciate. So I haven't even unwrapped this one actually, but my edition of Iron Flame, it's very pretty. Now I gave
that thing though, like now you won't have any that matches. Is there a matching one?
so these are from Bookish Box, like they did like special editions. So I have the first 2 books. I'm guessing they'll do
Are
book
they
3.
gonna continue?
I would guess so,
I would hope
because
so.
it's Fourth Wing, but I don't know.
Oh, they are pretty.
I do have a copy pre-ordered though. It should be coming, I guess, tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't own the books. Maybe I should. I've been debating on selling my Caraval collection.
You should do it. Make a ton of money from it. Sorry. I'm just here for the money, you know?
I might keep. See, here's my issue. Is I liked Caraval. Obviously, I loved Caraval a lot more than I enjoyed Once Upon a Broken Heart.
Right.
But I have more editions of Once Upon a Broken Heart because I expected the like different covers. So I was like, maybe I'll just sell like those sets because for book 1 and 2, I have all 4 secret covers for Broken Heart and Ballad. But I didn't even care for Broken Heart. It was such a letdown.
Yeah,
But maybe I'll just keep my Caraval books.
Did you see that she's writing an adult fantasy?
Yeah.
Did you get
I haven't even read the second book, so I should not care.
Did you get her Christmas Caraval?
No, I didn't. I didn't get what Spectacular. No,
Yeah.
because I wasn't buying books at that point.
Oh, okay. So no breaking the rule for Caraval stuff.
You see, I would say no, but I broke the rule for Laura Pavlov.
Yeah.
On like the second day.
That's true. But you don't buy books that often still, so.
I feel like I'm still like in the green. I don't know. Maybe I'll get rid of Broken Heart and Ballad, but keep Caraval. Because I actually like those books I loved.
Yeah.
But Once Upon a it should have been good. It really should have been good. And then it was not.
That's hilarious.
But everyone loves it. I see it on so many people's favorites list, and I said, ew.
I'll never read it, but I still need to read the rest of the Caraval series, but haven't gone to that. Probably never will, because that was like 4 years ago when I read the first book, so.
I was actually looking at it in my library before we left, and I was like, I feel like I should reread them. But then what if I don't like them anymore?
Yeah. That'd be tragic.
So I think I'll keep Caraval and see how much I can sell my set of Ballad.
Yeah, you probably make some good money off it.
I probably could.
Such an in-demand series. But crazy. All right, y'all. Last sprint starting right now for 30 minutes. We'll chat again once more at 20 past. that was the end of our final sprint. Let us know how you did. I'm finishing up a quick review super fast. Trying to get the content warnings typed in. But I read to page 90 of my book, so I'm almost 1/3 of the way through.
Nice. I'm at 145. It's not quite at the halfway point, but very close.
Nice.
And I fear what is to come.
Yeah. It gets a little crazy. That is for sure.
I'm a little nervous.
It's good though. I mean, I've already read like 30% of this book almost in like 90 minutes of sprints. So,
Yeah, it is definitely easy to read. So hopefully, in a perfect
yeah.
world, I would actually finish this book today.
Yeah.
Since I don't have work. But we need to go like grocery shopping and everything because we like didn't buy anything before we left.
Right.
So we'll see where the day takes us.
At least it's only 11:30 where you are.
Yeah, it's not even
Good.
noon. We definitely have time.
That's awesome. Well, all right, y'all. That was our last sprint for the day because I gotta go do some school stuff and get some cooking done for work and meal prepping this week. But thank you all so much for joining and hanging out. It was so much fun as per usual. I know that I have live sprint scheduled for February 1st as of right now. I don't know if you plan to go live anytime soon.
I don't know. I mean, I have our book club ones.
Yeah, in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, on the 8th.
Which I might try to just binge the whole book club book that day.
But I don't know about any other days coming up. I don't know. It's very difficult for me to pre-plan anything.
Oh, I get it.
Maybe this weekend just for fun. We'll see. We'll see where the day takes us.
Okay. That sounds good. Sounds good. But keep an eye out, of course, for more sprints popping up. Because we could go live randomly or Stasia might go live randomly. But I do have some scheduled for the 1st. So keep an eye out for those coming up in the next week and a half or so. And it should be a fun time. But thank you all so much for joining us. Appreciate you as always. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream, but hopefully we will see you